What I need you to do is I need you to take a nearest rope that you got, wrap it around, if you got a garage or a fucking stairway, and period. Why are you alive? Do the world a favor and
Dale Emmanuel Wilson, better known as LowTierGod, is one of the most infamous figures in online gaming culture. But what if I told you that behind that persona lies something darker? Now, before we start diving into this topic, we first need to fully understand who and what the Antichrist really is. The Antichrist is a figure most commonly associated with Christianity, particularly in the Bible. The term itself first appears in the book of 1 John, where it's used to describe anyone who denies Jesus Christ or stands in opposition to him. But over time, the idea evolved into something much bigger. In books like 2 Thessalonians and Revelations, the last book of the Bible, the Antichrist is often seen as a powerful apocalyptic figure who rises to influence the masses, deceives people, and presents himself as something greater than he really is. So now that we understand what the Antichrist really is, it's time to ask a different question. What happens when we take those exact traits and compare them to a real person? Because when you start looking closely at someone like LTG, the similarities become very hard to ignore. So let's start with the most obvious detail. Throughout his online presence, LTG has built a character around projecting dominance, asserting control, and constantly reinforcing his position above everyone else. For example, banning his followers for the dumbest reasons.
You said sick combo? Somebody ban that nigga, thank you. They hit your ego, that crap. Pretty unimpressive snake, that's cool. Well, you're not impressive at all because you don't have a gym yet. You're having an opinion and you can get that ass. Man. Somebody ban that last dude that commented. Nigga, I do not look like no Roddy Ricch. That nigga's ugly as fuck. That nigga looks like a 20-year-old, 50-year-old man. If that makes any sense. Got me, nigga. Better go look at my Instagram. Somebody ban that nigga. Matter of fact, we gonna time you for like 300 seconds. Speak again. We gonna remove you from the stream for the entire time. 24/7. Nigga, eat a dick, nigga. It's not your first time watching, bitch. He's good. All right, well, you're good too. Fuck out of my stream. They're really gonna come see who I'm playing, watch me, study me, and then gonna try to pick a counter cameo, nigga. You're dumb as fuck. Knew there was a problem in the first fucking place. Never watched me, but all of a sudden you wanna come in my shit playing MK? Just ban him instead. Fuck yourself.
And dominance alone isn't enough. The Antichrist is often described as someone who can manipulate and influence people. LowTierGod does something similar in his own world. His insults and extreme reactions aren't just private. They're broadcast to thousands and thousands of people online. Clips of him get shared, reshared, and turned into memes, reaching far beyond a single stream. And then there's the ego. He literally calls himself a god. Not a great player, not a legend, a god. That's the username he chose, the brand he built, and the identity he pushes every single time he goes online. The Antichrist is described as someone who presents himself as something greater than he really is. Someone who demands recognition, who positions themselves above everyone else, and who genuinely believes in their own hype. LTG named himself after the concept of being a god. He didn't call himself LowTierGod as a joke or as some ironic self-awareness thing. He uses it as a statement. He is the god, and everyone else is below him. And the thing is, he's consistent about it. It's not just a name. It shows up in how he talks to people, how he reacts to losing, and how he carries himself online. The belief that he is on a different level than everyone around him is baked into everything he does. LowTierGod's online presence is full of imagery that plays into his whole god persona. Memes and fan edits of him have always managed to exaggerate him and make him appear sinister. People that don't even like him are out here making him look like a complete villain. And that's basically the point. Whether he made those edits himself or not, they exist because of the energy he puts out. The shouting, the pointing, the way he carries himself on camera, it all translates into content, and that makes him look larger than life. Ordinary moments on his stream become these dramatic little performances just by virtue of how he reacts to things. The Antichrist is described as a figure whose presence commands attention, inspires fear, and draws people in almost against their better judgment. People who watch Low Tier God, knowing he might say something unhinged, they share his clips, knowing it's going to get loads of attention. There's a pull to him that's hard to explain. He's not just a streamer with a terrible personality who also pisses in bowls.
Preferably, I use a bottle. Whenever I have a bottle laying around, that's what I use. I get to aim the slit right in the hole, and I get to urinate with no splashing, no crazy shit. It's just I urine, pour it out in the toilet, bleach the bottle, I'm good.
He's become a character, and that character has taken on a life of its own, beyond anything he probably planned. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.
They try to send for me, take my piss gallons eat. I don't use a toilet day. I piss in my gallon like every day. I don't use toilets, I just have my piss up in that toilet. I don't piss in a fucking commode. They be like, no, why you pissing in a bottle? Why you pissing in a bottle? I'm like, it's more sanitary, so I piss in a bottle.